places
Oh
in
wow,
Switzerland.
that mountain.
What do I love?
So, you know, all of Switzerland is all good. Like the moon.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different, but not totally different.
It's still reacting, so...
we don't just do reactions.
That's true.
Anyway guys, what we're doing today, we're going to be checking out another country. One that I've been constantly telling my wife that we should go visit. Obviously we need to go visit the UK at some point to interact with you all and to see the sights, because there's a lot of history and stuff. I'm not taking anything away from the UK. The UK does look like a very awesome place to go visit. This place, as anyone who's watched this channel for any amount of time, I have said I'm a mountain man living in one of the flattest states in America, fucking Kansas. I'm meant to be in the mountains. Anyway, this country is amazing country on scenery.
Needs no introduction, but yet we still have to give one because they don't know what they don't know what the heck we're talking about.
It is going to be the top 10 places to visit in Switzerland. So if you've never been, even though you guys live closer and way easier to get there than us, but if you've never been and don't know about all the scenery, definitely check out this video and watch along with us as we check out the top 10 places to visit in Switzerland. This is from the channel Ryan Shirley. I think we did one of his videos on the top 10 places to visit in the UK.
Ryan shirtlessly.
Yes, he is.
At least that's my impression.
He goes shirtless a few times. Anyway, guys, I would really, absolutely... I've talked to my wife here about it several times, like, just looking at this country, I know nothing about its politics, much of anything. I just know, like, every time I see the scenery, I'm just like, I want to go live here for like 6 months at least. At some point in my life.
Walk the entire country.
It's a pretty big country.
Then, or, I guess you can't really walk all of it. There's a lot of steep mountains. Anyway, we're really excited to see this video and see all the beautiful scenery and good tips to know what to look for if we ever go. No,
this is just scenery.
Oh. What?
Places, top 10 places to visit.
Well, yeah, places to see and visit if we ever go.
Anyway, hopefully this video will convince her to let me take her there eventually at some point.
I was never against that. I was against moving there.
Oh, but one thing I do want on this video, though, if anyone who's been to Switzerland and lives in Switzerland could share with us if
you can house us, if we can come and live with you for a little bit.
No, how as a foreigner, how can you go there and like stay for a few months?
Yeah.
Is it pretty simple or is it pretty complex? Because I know on Google it does seem pretty hard to move there for any length of time. Other than that though, let's get right into it and check out Switzerland.
What's up? What's up? What's up,
Okay, okay.
My name is Ryan
Not making
Shirley,
a diss track.
and I just returned from a 1-week road trip to the beautiful country of Switzerland. And I want to show you my top 10 favorite places.
So these are just his top 10.
So we're going to start this video off in the beautiful mountains of Appenzell. What I did is I landed in Zurich and I drove an hour to Appenzell. There's this mountain, it's called Schäfler Mountain, and it is absolutely beautiful. It reminds me of Cicada in the Italian Dolomites. And anyways, to get there, what I did is I took the gondola from Eppenalp up. It was about $31 round trip. And then from there, I hiked to Schäfler, and it took about an hour. And you hike up to this restaurant /
Just check out that
Schäfler, and it took about an hour, and you hike up to this
just imagine being the owners of that building.
Oh my gosh.
Getting to live there and work there every day.
Plumbing must be a nightmare.
Well, I don't know, but I'm just saying like that would be just, I don't know, so surreal.
That would be so cool.
Restaurant / lodge. And it's about $45 a night to stay up there.
That's not bad.
Me and my buddy Danny, we decided to stay up there. It was pretty awesome.
Oh, that's pretty little.
And we were able to film the sunset over this beautiful Schäfler Mountain. I mean, it was incredible. One of the coolest sunsets in my life. We were able to whip out the FPV drone.
Oh, wow.
It's not as crowded as other areas in Switzerland. And it's just
drone footage.
Beautiful.
That's what you need there.
The mountains look very skinny though. Like they're just like
as other areas in Switzerland, and it's just absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, I'd probably take
this lodge was awesome. It was $45 a night, and from the viewpoint you can see 3 countries. You can see Germany, Liechtenstein, and Austria, and I mean, it was awesome. So I'd highly recommend you visit here. It is just one of the coolest places ever. If you're not staying in the lodge, make sure you make it back by 7 to the gondola so you can take a ride down. Also in the area, there's a beautiful lake. You can visit one of the most beautiful restaurants in the world that's located in the side of a freaking cave. I didn't go there because I didn't have time, but if you're in Appenzell, you might as well. Now for our second location, we're going to head over to probably...
See, that's what I love every time I see pictures of Switzerland, is the massive mountains everywhere. And then you have like the villages and towns and cities like in the beautiful valleys surrounded. And then there's like waterfalls everywhere.
They just like the mountains just shoot straight up, it looks like.
Like there's waterfalls just everywhere.
Oh, I think I've seen pictures of this place.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but Switzerland's like definitely one of a kind. Or there's probably other places similar, but I don't know. It's just so majestic.
The most beautiful place in the world, in my opinion, and it is the beautiful town of Lauterbrunnen. This is a valley of over 75 waterfalls. This is where authors such as J.R. Tolkien got inspired for like books such as Lord of the Rings. And when you go there, you're gonna understand, because it is just absolutely magical. It's this like little town nestled in this just valley with tons of waterfalls. It is so green. There's like cows all around, and it's just magical. I found this really cool park that had like a ping pong table and just a bunch of cool things right at the base of the waterfall. We walked around. We went into co-op store to get the Swiss essentials like the chocolate.
Coca-Cola.
Oh, it's an essential of its own.
I just meant like
they're everywhere.
Even places this beautiful and like majestic and stuff, like you still have your average
mainstream stuff.
Yeah, your mainstream stuff.
Where's the McDonald's though?
It penetrates everywhere. They might actually ban McDonald's though. I'm not for sure.
Oh.
Around, we went to co-op store.
They're very
to
health
get the
conscious.
Swiss essentials.
Well,
like the chocolate and Coke, and we just walked around. We had an awesome time. I mean, it was just such a magical experience. So if you are in Switzerland, I'd highly recommend you go to Lauterbrunnen, because it's gonna blow your mind. After Lauterbrunnen, the next day we made the journey to the top of Europe, to the infamous place of Jungfrau-Joch. I think that's how you say it. But anyways, so we woke up way early and we took the train from Lauterbrunnen all the way to Jungfrau-Joch, which is the top of Europe. And we bought our tickets. Normally, during the summertime, it's about $240 per person. But if you go in the morning, it is $120 for the early bird special. I'd highly recommend you do that to save some money. But anyways, it's quite the train ride up the mountains. You make a few stops, and then you're going to go through the mountain. Halfway through the mountain, you're going to make a pit stop, and you'll be able to get out and you can see the glacier.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, I've never seen a glacier so close up before.
Wow.
There's a lot of mountaineer people that were making a pit stop because they're actually hiking across this glacier to reach the top. So I thought that was pretty cool. But anyways, after that pit stop, you're going to get back on the train and you'll make it up to the top, and you'll get off and you'll walk through a bunch of tunnels. It was a little bit confusing for me. But anyways, we got up to this, it's called like the Ice Plateau, I think. And we were able to get some really cool shots from there, and there was no one there because we were the first.
I have no idea.
I wonder if
they they might not. Maybe if it's a.
It looked pretty steep, but
if
still
it's a dangerous area, they may not.
Maybe.
But they
you're allowed to hike, but that's a little bit different.
Yeah.
Because you're in mountain gear, so you could stop yourself if you start to fall.
And we were able to get some really cool shots from there, and there was no one there because we were the first people up on the train, so that was awesome. After we went to the top of the Jungfrau-Joch, and we were able to get just awesome views of the whole entire area. There was just this really massive glacier. I mean, it was just absolutely.
That is a cool boat.
That's so weird looking. It looks like it's got actually it probably does have observatory. Yes, it looks like it has an observatory on top, which I've actually heard of them doing that on top of mountains because they have less ozone layers to go through or something like that. So they get way better pictures and calculations or whatever when they do their astronomy things.
It's a really beautiful, unique building, but as a builder, I'm just thinking of how pain in the ass it would be to get all the materials up there.
Just fly them up.
No, they probably. I mean, this building's probably older than that. They probably trained it.
Oh, well, yeah.
Train their horses or something, but
I don't know.
It's just amazing sometimes what is built in like
the weirdest
really
places.
Hard to reach places, but they still build there.
Like the moon. You gotta admit, you can't train there.
I don't think they built on the moon.
We'll talk about that later.
No, I think they're just. I don't know. Whatever.
There was just this really massive glacier. I mean, it was just absolutely phenomenal. There was a lot of people, which, I mean, it's kind of a downer. After that, we were able to walk in the glacier tunnels, and these are just spectacular. It's these tunnels of ice that you're able to walk through, and there's just a lot of ice sculptures. Cool. It's just a really surreal experience. You could also walk around outside. We found some other cool places. There's some other activities such as like tubing and stuff. But yeah, it was just a great time up at Jungfraujoch. We took the train ride down.
I guess if you're allowed to tube, you might be allowed to do some skiing, or it could be like a limited section.
Yeah, it was just a great time up at Jungfraujoch. We took the train ride down, we made a little pit stop, and then we headed down to the town called Wengen. And Wengen is right above Lauterbrunnen.
As I say, it looks just like that one place.
They all look the same kind of, but the mountains just all shoot up the same. They're all so gorgeous.
The only way you can get there is you can only take a train or you can walk there, because there are no cars allowed in the city. Wengen is great because you are able to get a view of the Lauterbrunnen Valley that you're not really able to get in the town of Lauterbrunnen. We went up there, beautiful. So I'd highly recommend making a little pit stop in Wengen if you can. I know the tickets from Lauterbrunnen are only like $7 or $10 for the train ticket, or you can just hike up. Make sure you go there. So after Wengen, made our way down and we drove over to the other valley, to the infamous town of Grindelwald. Now Grindelwald,
I wonder if this is where
J.K. Rowling?
Yeah, J.K. Rowling got the idea for the guy's name.
Over to the other valley, to the infamous town of Grindelwald. Now Grindelwald is one of my favorite places in Switzerland. What I love about Grindelwald is the view of Mount Eiger. It is like one of the biggest mountains I've ever seen. It is just massive. I was there about 2 years ago and I hiked to this really crazy peak, able to get some of the coolest drone shots I've ever gotten. I was able to get just brilliant views of Mount Eiger, and also on the other side there were some really cool lakes I was able to film. So yeah, so I'd highly recommend making a stop.
Looks like a backdrop.
You won't regret it.
It looks
so surreal.
It's so beautiful. It's like almost looks fake.
Yeah.
It looks like someone just green screened it. Yeah.
Green screen.
So yeah, so I'd highly recommend making a stop at Grindelwald. You won't regret it. After Grindelwald, we headed over.
Notice that every place he said, you won't regret it. So, all of Switzerland is all good.
I mean, I would imagine, yeah.
To the beautiful lake of Oischinesi.
Look how huge that mountain is right next to it.
I know, they just shoot straight up. Like, you see mountains that just kind of come, like, slowly to a peak, but these just shoot straight up all over the place, it looks like.
We headed over to the beautiful lake of Oischinesi. Hope I said that right. Located by the city of Kandersteg. It's about a 5-mile hike round trip. It's a moderate hike, but it is very steep. You're going to walk up this road. Once you get to the lake, your mind is going to be blown. I've never seen a lake with such a big backdrop as this lake. I mean, the mountains surrounding it are so huge. Yeah, me and my buddy Danny, we hadn't showered in days, so we took the opportunity to take a dip in the lake, swim around, and just have a good time. I definitely recommend making a pit stop here. After Lake Oischinesi, we're going to head over to the west side of Switzerland, to the beautiful town of Lake de Bleret. It's
like 3 waterfalls right there.
That's so cool. That's crazy.
The west side of Switzerland, to the beautiful town of
Lake de Bleret.
It's about a 2-hour car ride from Geneva, or about a 3-hour car ride from Zurich. You'll get to this town and you'll hike to this massive bowl. When I did it, I counted over 15 waterfalls. I mean, it was just
you just see all of them.
Mm-hmm.
You hike to the bowl. I was able to get some beautiful drone shots in the meadow, and then I hiked up to the rock and I was able to fly my drone around. I actually almost lost my drone here. I was flying it and it ran out of battery, and I did an emergency landing and I had no clue where it was at. Surrounding mountains have the highest peak in western Switzerland. So after Lake de Bleret, we're gonna head over to the beautiful city of Geneva. This is one of my favorite cities in Switzerland. I had the opportunity to live here for 2 months about 2 summers ago when I did an internship with human rights groups. I made videos for them. But Geneva is famous for having the United Nations. It's just a really cool place with a lot of action going on. They have the infamous Jet d'Eau. Basically, it's just this giant fountain that shoots water hundreds of feet up in the air, and it's pretty cool. Lake Geneva is awesome. I used to just go swim and hang out there in the evenings. I found a sunken bow I used to always swim to. I also found some cool places, jump off the bridges into the water, and I mean, it was just a good time.
Cops
Highly recommend visiting Geneva if you're in the west side of Switzerland. After Geneva, we're gonna head over to one of my favorite cliff jump spots in Switzerland.
So Geneva seems more like cool and good to visit for the city, not so much the scenery in that one.
There was still scenery.
Yeah, but it was mainly for the city aspect.
Yeah,
like
maybe. He shows such a small portion of Geneva.
Yeah.
Geneva, we're gonna head over to one of my favorite cliff jump spots in Switzerland, to Valle Versaska. So Valle Versaska, located in the...
Look how beautiful that water is.
Yeah, it's so blue.
To Valle Versaska. So Valle Versaska, located in the south side of Switzerland, near the town Lugano, which is just borders Italy. So you're gonna drive this little canyon, and you're gonna get to
That looks like so much fun to hang around there.
And what it is,
that's why everyone's there.
2 bridges, overhangs one.
Oh, look at that bridge.
That's so crazy looking.
One of the most beautiful rivers I've ever seen. It's probably some of the clearest river water in the world.
Wow.
I've been there several times.
Like
I love jumping off that bridge,
right
doing some
all the way down.
backflips, and then I also like to go swim in the water. It
Water
is freezing
deep.
cold, but it's super clear, and it's just a rejuvenating experience. I'd have to say Valle Versaska is one of my all-time favorite swimming and cliff jumping locations in the world. If you're in southern Switzerland, make the drive up there.
That's really high up.
So now for our final location, we're going to...
That's some of the water like down there in the Caribbean and stuff.
I was gonna say like what you see inside caves.
Yeah,
It's
just
just
like super clean.
Crystal clear.
Hey, check out the mountain.
I know.
head to the beautiful town of Zermatt. Zermatt is famous for the Matterhorn mountain. So to get to Zermatt, you can't drive to the city itself. You have to drive nearby, and then you'll take a train up because there's no cars in the city. And then you get to the town, and you'll be able to see the Matterhorn, and it's just gonna blow your mind. It's so cool. You can take a bunch of gondolas up to the Matterhorn or other surrounding locations. I was being a cheapskate and didn't want to spend $60 to $100 to get up to the Matterhorn. I do regret that, so if you are going, I would recommend you do it. Or get a Swiss pass and you'll be able to get discounts on the gondolas. What I did is I found a little walking path that allowed me to see the Matterhorn and get beautiful drone shots, and also I did some like flips and twists and splits in the area. They also have McDonald's there.
Oh no! No.
They sold out.
Oh.
And also I did some
such
like
high hope for
flips and
Switzerland.
twists and splits in the area. They also have a McDonald's there, so definitely recommend going there.
It looks a little different, but I'm sure it's different. They probably have more restrictions on the food and stuff like that. Man, I don't know. That one looks pretty big. It looks like pretty tall. Like
the prime. I don't know. I haven't been to McDonald's in forever, so I don't actually know what they carry.
That actually looks better than all McDonald's stuff.
You have to see the Matterhorn at least once in your life. But that is it for my top 10 Switzerland video.
So I'd say out of all of those, actually I don't know, which one's your favorite?
Lautendal? I don't know, the place with the L. With all the waterfalls.
Oh, okay. I actually liked either the one with the big lake, that big with the giant backdrop, or like the first one. Of course, the first and second one kind of almost look the same. I can't remember any of the names right now, but I mean the snow tops were really cool also. But I love it where you can just see like the valley and the town, and then everything just shoots up around it. That is just so crazy.
First, I also got to thank Ryan and Shirley for making this video and like having it available for random people like us to visit and be jealous and like really want to go there now.
Yes.
I mean, I would love to go to Switzerland.
Oh wow.
On my bucket list would definitely be going to Switzerland for a length of time, like 2 or 3 months.
Not just visit, experience.
Exactly, like go there for a while and just explore the country.
Yes, for sure.
The water on the one place at the end was really cool too, though. The crystal clear water.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So yeah, that was what
I would want to visit that too.
So after watching this video, are you a little bit more interested in Switzerland?
I was always interested. I just don't see how it would work. It's a long...
Well, to be fair, when I was talking to her about, I was talking about like living there like semi-permanently, like for long like years.
Yeah, and like...
and I don't even know how that would work.
We don't know anyone. They speak a different language, at least mostly. And like,
I don't know, guys. Anyway, I am hoping that this video that someone has experience, or maybe someone from Switzerland
could house us?
No, I'm not trying to be a beggar. I'm saying someone from Switzerland may know.
We're not opposed to that, though.
I am.
Oh.
I mean, for a long period of time, it feels like
a
night or two. But
get some subs from Switzerland. Then we could just sub hop.
Sub hop.
Take the subway there.
Anyway, guys, that's all we have for the video. Again, thank you to Ryan for making it. Let us know if you guys saw the video. Let us know if you guys knew about all this or had seen all these places, or if you had seen this video. And also, if you've been to Switzerland or know much about it, message us or let us know your experience.
Yes, I think that's it.
Please be safe, take care. I hope you enjoyed the video and enjoyed the awesome views with us.